those energy concerns that we had last time, right? And then also, you need to know about the trends now. We are already on the fourth industrial revolution. Okay, remember that? You were familiar with the first industrial revolution, and that has been um, highlighted by the steam. Steam happened to be the source of energy in the 17th century. I mean, 1800, 1770 something to 1800 something. That's about 1 century. Highlighted by the steam. Second industrial revolution. Remember that mm, we had already the electricity at that time. Okay, so suddenly systems work so fast because of the discovery of electricity, and then after which there was mm, the First World War, and then the Second World War. And then after the Second World War, we had the Third Industrial Revolution. That's on the advent of computers. And then later 1980s, we had the internet. Right, guys? And then some years back, mga 2013, 2014, 15, something like that, um, the creation of the Industry 4.0 emerged. So we have now the fourth industrial revolution. Systems are tapped via the internet. That's why we now have the internet and the Internet of Things. Have you heard about them guys? Internet of Things, kinsa may nakadungog na ana? Wala. Oh, computer engineers, prospect, aspirant. Be, suwat ko nun na sa inyohang notebook, be. Asa man na inyong cams, guys? I do not see anybody. Hello. Open your cams. Okay, there you go. Hello. Kamu missing in action. Oh, there you go. Oh, okay, everybody, you put your cams on. Okay. So, kinsa ninyo nakadungog na anang Internet of Things? Wala? Wala, Jud. Nakadungog na mo internet. Right? Of course, 1980s pa na siya. Late 80s. Okay. So, when you say internet, it actually is an avenue for us people to be connected to each other, right? We can't get connected because of the internet, right? Okay. Of course, through the gadgets. Now, that's why people are connected through the internet. Now, in the Internet of Things, we have a lot of gadgets being connected to each other, right? We have the sensors, we have the detectors, we have the cell phones, many gadgets. We also, that is why if you happen to have um if you happen to have data, information obtained using one gadget, that could be accessed through other gadgets, through other systems, because that's with the use of the Internet of Things. Sige, sige ha, isuot na ha, and then apil na sa inyong assignment ha. You read and read a lot. You have to be very good readers. You have to be very good students, guys. That is your job. Reading and writing, studying, right? And practice in presenting your ideas. Okay? And 'di ba, you were taught about the critical thinking skills in elementary and high school, in senior high school, right guys? Sige, ibutang na siya din ha sa inyong notebook. Critical thinking skills, okay? Whenever you see it, hit it, click it, okay? Active na siya. Activate. Right? Click it. Okay, so how to activate your critical thinking skills? You have to train yourself to ask the question, what is in this topic? Okay, what is in this topic that will help me in my business of becoming a future computer engineer? Got it clearly? What is in this topic? Let us say, for example, electrochemical cells. We have this one. Electrochemical cells. What is in this object? And what is in this topic that I can get, that I can generate? Okay? What is in here that can help me in my business in becoming a future computer engineer? Okay, and then you should also attempt to answer that. Answers number one, answer number two. You should be the one to actively engage yourself in this question and answer portion that you have, because as a student you have to articulate about a lot of things, a lot of ideas, a lot of concepts here, and you have to practice in presenting your ideas even just to yourself. Okay, anyway, I will have to assume that nobody here has any experience with the online class. Okay, that is to be fair. Anyway, those who had experience, that would be to your advantage, right guys? Okay, so I have told you about Industry 4.0 because we are already in this Industry 4.0. Remember the demands, okay? The demands, the demands of the global market is so much. The demand for our future employees, meaning to say, what would be your chances to be hired somewhere in Hong Kong, somewhere in USA, somewhere in Abu Dhabi? What are your chances? Okay, that is why we have what you call as Education 4.0. Diba? Magkuan na sila ha? They have to be, as much as possible, working hand in hand for our employee prospects, for our professionals, for our professionals to be. Okay? We had education 1.0, then education 2.0, education 3.0. Now we are on education 4.0, meaning to say the government, the education sectors, the private sectors, the experts in the educational system, all of these people are pooling their resources to come up with initiatives to be able to devise the systems in the education sector so that we would be able to produce highly capable graduates. eventually when you graduate. Okay? So dili po ditong sa una nga inig mo graduate murag wa may nahibaw-an. Sige lang kay mag-training ra bitaw sa trabahoan dito na ka makaton. No, uh, it's not like that nowadays. When you graduate, you make sure that you have enough confidence. You have enough capabilities. Okay? And then the people who will be selecting the employee prospects, they know if you have the experience. Right, guys? So what are your chances of getting hired? Okay? You have to fill yourself with the value. You have to be able to offer a value. What is it? What value is that? It's either you create the product or you do something, product or service. You do something. What is your skill? You're good with typesetting. You're good with typing. You're good with writing. What is it? So you should know what is the value that you have to bring to the marketplace. And you should also know where is your marketplace. Right, guys? Asa man mag-hire og mga future computer engineers. Kinahanglan makahibaw sad mo ana. And what are your options? And what are your alternatives? If you don't get hired as programmer, what are your options? Call center agents? What else? Work with the telcos? Magbantay? What's this? Hello, ma'am. Why? What happened? Sige, pakuan inyong cameras, ha? Sige. It's okay. Sige. Okay. As long as you coordinate with your classmates, it's okay that you are just partially present, you're working there, whatever it is that you are doing. Okay. I would like to share a PowerPoint here, guys, okay? Dali lang, ha. Do you see now my PowerPoint? Very good, very good. Okay. Sige, ha. So here is our PowerPoint. Is it dark? Is it? Okay. So the title is, what is the title? Anybody who would like to say the title?
Atomic structure and electronic configuration.
Okay, thank you. Asan na to? Sorry. Sorry. Wait. Where is it? Padyutha, wagtang, nawagtang, oh my God. Oh, there you are. Okay. Okay. So, hmm, wait, huh? Okay. Let me call on, let us say, Miss Baby Jamaica Lucero. Are you there? Hello, Miss Baby Jamaica Lucero. Not available. Oh my God. Hello. Um, we have Earl Ria May. We also have Earl Gerald. Miss Earl Ria May, are you there?
Hello, Miss.
Okay.
Ma'am.
The title is Atomic Structure and Electronic Configuration. What can you remember out of this topic before?
Katong kuan, ma'am, katong electrons, protons, and neutrons.
Okay. So, what are they? What were they? What were these protons, electrons? Unsa man to sila? Mga
Kuan, ma'am, charge.
They are the subatomic particles, ma'am.
ha? Hello? Miss Earl Ria, are you there?
Yes, ma'am, napa, ma'am.
What are these electrons that you mentioned?
They are kani kuan, ma'am, subatomic particles.
Okay. Can you talk to us more about them?
Ang protons, ma'am, kay mao ang positive charge, tapos ang neutrons kay negatively charged, tas ang electrons kay positive. Di ko sure.
Okay. So, thank you for that. Thank you, Miss Ha. We move on. Okay. So, we have some key points in here. Okay. So, may I call on Ivan Soralta? Are you there?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Okay. Can you read the slide?
Yes.
Okay, please.
An atom is composed of two regions. The nucleus, which is in the center of the atom and contains protons and neutrons, and the outer region of the atom, which hold its electrons in orbit around the nucleus. Next, protons and neutrons have approximately the same mass, about 1.67 times 10 raised to the power of negative 24 grams, which scientists define as 1 atomic mass unit or AMU, or 1 Dalton. Each electron has a negative charge or -1, equal to the positive charge of a proton, +1. Neutrons are uncharged particles found within the nucleus.
Okay. Thank you for that, Ivan. Okay. So the reason why mm, we are having this topic now because we are going intensive to a lot of those topics which are included in the study material that I have sent you. Okay. So if you remember, we talked about one featured reaction there that was the oxidation of metals, reduction of metals. Remember, guys? So that is quite technical, and it's important that you should also know where do the electrons come from and where do the electrons go. Okay? So, si Miss Janice nag-message di ay. Let me call on Mark Brian Valisado. Hello, Mark.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. This slide is for you.
Atoms. The smallest possible amount of matter which still retains its identity as a chemical element, consisting of a nucleus surrounded by electrons. Proton. Positively charged subatomic particle forming part of the nucleus of an atom and determining the atomic number of an element. It weighs 1 um,
AMU.
AMU.
Okay.
Sorry. Neutron. A subatomic particle forming part of the nucleus of an atom. It has no charge. It is equal in mass to a proton or it weighs 1 AMU.
Okay. Thank you so much for that, Mark Brian. Let me call on Nins Janua Negre. Are you there? Miss Nins Janua? Okay. Any volunteer to read the slide here? Miss Negre is not available. Have volunteer? Wala ra? Yes. Who? Volunteer. Would like to read? Hello. Anybody? Anybody who would volunteer?
Naka imong slide, miss.
Ha? Ako ra na siya ipakuan. Ako ra na siya i-enlarge karon. Just getting any volunteer. Hello. Hello.
Miss. Oh.
Volunteer.
Ay, Miss Lucero. Sorry day, Miss, if wala ko katuba ganina kay gisugo ko.
Si kinsa man, miss?
Lucero.
Okay.
Lucero.
Let me see. It's okay. Hangyo nga. Ayaw sa kong sugo-sugo. Okay, nagklase pa ko.
Gikalungag ko, Miss.
Ala, oy. Kuwan sa nga. Kuan, importante manggod ang pagklase. Dili mo kakita sa imuhang, di ara.
Agi, ana.
Miss Lucero. Where is it? Wagtang. I-on ko no imong kuan asa. Baby
Anaon.
Jamaica. Miss Baby Jamaica Lucero. Okay, read please. Take it away.
An atom is the smallest unit of matter that retains all of the chemical properties of an element. Atoms combine to form molecules, which then interact to form solids, gases, or liquids. For example, Water is composed of hydrogen and oxygen atoms that have combined to form water molecules. Many biological processes are devoted to breaking down molecules into their component atoms so they can be reassembled into a more useful molecule.
Okay, sige ha. Thank you for that. Okay, so here is how the atomic structure of hydrogen and oxygen look like. You just review, ha? Anyway, you had this already in your senior high school, guys. Okay, so this is how the nucleus, okay, let's consider the atom of oxygen, okay? The solid core that we have inside is your oxygen, and then you have actually here the rings outside. These are the representations of the energy levels, and then you have the small circles. They are the electrons. Okay. Okay, look at this one. This is your carbon atom. Carbon atom. May I ask Kervin Nyadas? Are you there? Pamukhaon tamog nangatog mo. Kervin? Wala? Hello? Wala ko yung mic. O, sige, mag-complete to sunod ha. Sige, Rex Tumalinog, are you there?
Hi, ma'am.
Okay, good. Okay, hello. Look at this one. Look at this slide. Okay, what can you say about this slide?
Nice. They joke lang.
Huh?
It's a carbon atom, and it's an atomic structure of of carbon molecule.
Okay, sige, go ahead.
And yung center niya, andun yung protons and 6 neutrons.
Sige. Ayun.
And yung green, yung electrons are the negatively charged particles.
Okay. What else can you say about it?
Yun lang. Yun lang.
Sige, sige, sige. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. This is the atomic structure of your carbon atom. Inside here, there are the protons and the electrons, okay? The protons and the neutrons, which are contributors of the mass. So the mass of the atom is concentrated at the center. We have the electrons which are outside, right, guys? So in ordinary reactions, only these electrons are involved in they are involved whenever the atom engages in chemical reaction with another atom. Okay, it's either that the electron is being given off to somebody else, to another atom, or that another atom will be welcomed into the energy levels of this atomic structure of carbon. Okay, so you should know, you should be able to check which of these elements have the tendency to accept and which of these have the tendency to give off electrons. Remember, we had the topic oxidation. Yeah, that is the losing of electrons, and reduction, the gaining of electrons. So what are these chemical species that have the tendency to lose electrons, have the tendency to gain electrons? So you can check from the electronic configuration. Okay, so move on. Okay, anyway, I'm going to send you this PowerPoint material. Here are some graphical representations. Just in case you are interested to move to further discussions about going deeper about atomic structure, but it's not actually necessary at your level now, okay? Then we have the electronic configuration. I'm sure that you have already learned and understood this one. You have passed by the stage wherein you were talking about this. Miss Rogin Senisa, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let me make it bigger. Can you say something about this slide?
I think it's about the arrangement of electrons distributed among the orbital shells and subshells.
Okay, so what is that image on the left? Okay, how about the one on the right? It's okay. I'm just asking if you can remember.
I think those are the orbitals, ma'am. The S, D, P, and F.
Okay, thank you, Miss Rogin Siniza. Okay, on the left, remember this is the pattern that you will be using in identifying the electron configuration of the elements, right? You start with 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d10, and so on and so forth. Do you remember it now, guys? Ka-remember mo, ana? Hello? Okay, sige.
Gamay, ma'am, gamay.
Gamay. Sige lang. Bala gamay. Isuwat na din ha. Kung gamay ra gani, isuwat ya nga. For follow-up study. Gamay. Butang ha. Nag-notes mo?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we have a message. Oh. Okay, sige, sige. Okay. So, kung kainomdom gamay, sige, isot diha. Gamay na lang imuhang reviewhon. Kung wa dyoy idea, o sige, budget more time for the study for reading that concept. On the right, we have here looks like the periodic table, guys.
Yes, ma'am.
However, I have placed here S, P, D, and F. Okay, so if the configuration of the element, okay, let us say carbon ganiha, okay, na the configuration was shown through the distribution of the electrons. If the configuration ends in S1, okay, they are here on the first column of the S1 and followed by S2. If the configurations end in S1 or S2, then they belong to this block here, categorized as S block elements. Now, if the configuration ends in P1 or P2, P3 until P6, then they belong to this block here, given the name P block elements. Notice that Helium is included here. It's supposed to be beside hydrogen. However, because of its resemblance to the properties, physical and chemical properties of the inert gases, that is why it is placed here on top. Okay? Although, if you look at this configuration, it ends in S2. So, dapat sa S block siya. Pero gibutang siya diri sa P block. Understood, guys? Anyway, sige, butang diha. Add to the list of the topics that you need to review on. Then we have the D block elements. Those elements whose configurations end in D1, D2, D3, D4 until D10. Then they're classified as D block elements. Then we have the last one down, the last block. Okay, the first layer we have the 4F block. We have 4F1, 4F2 until 4F14. And the lower block, we have 5F1 until 5F14. The upper block is known as the lanthanide series because it's named after the first member, which is lanthanum. The lower block is called the actinide series because the first member of the block is actinium. Okay guys, nagkuha na? Information overload na? Hello, musta mo diha? Okay pa ta?
Okay,
Okay pa,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Sige.
Yes, ma'am. Okay pa, ma'am.
Mag-smile. Okay, sige. Okay, so this is your periodic table and you will notice this is the same as what I have said earlier. This layer we have the S1 and next ending in S2. Then the right we have the P1 until P6 with the helium exception there. From P block, you now have the D block and then the F block. Okay, so in the example we had, there was an oxidation of zinc and the reduction of copper. So you have to find out how come these metals have the tendency to oxidize. And then when they oxidize, what will happen to the electrons? Why are they prone to oxidation? Oh, sige ha, kana nga mga questions you need to ask yourselves. Okay? So this is another way of presenting the distribution of electrons, guys. Okay? And then we have here some exercise questions for you. Okay? So work on this. Okay, so that's all for this. PowerPoint material, ha? Sige, anyway, I will be sending them to you. Okay? Any question up to this point?
And so far, ma'am.
Ako saning
And so far, ma'am.
Okay, ako saning Okay. So, did I introduce this one to you already? Kasi nakailaan eh.
Dry cell.
Wala.
Did I introduce this to you last time? Rigel
No, ma'am.
canonigo.
Wala, ma'am.
Are you familiar with this one? Battery. Okay. Another name? Maura, binisaya nga battery ha. Kay lain mag-meaning kung battery nga in English, no? Pero the correct term, di ba naidag ko ani? Pero wala ko'y dako. Gamay ra ako. This is the dry cell for the remote control gadgets. Remember? Also for aircon, still remote control, you will find napay gagmay gyud ani niya, no? Okay, so this is the electrochemical cell, guys. Hello. Okay, so now you now have the face of the electrochemical cell. Notice we have the node here. Okay, this is the positive end, the cathode, and in here we have the negative end. So what happens here? Inside, I told you that you have to activate your microscopic view, guys. Inside, we have the components inside, okay? So there are reactants there, okay? So when will it react? Is it not reacting at this time? Is it not producing energy at this time?
Produce mo din ako.
Nag-produce siya. So, kung di siya gamiton, mahurot ra siya. Okay, sige, ha. Did you have experience with the dry cell in physics sa inyong electricity? Kinsa may na ay experience ana? Okay, sige lang, it's okay. Now, the moment that you connect this one to a resistor na ay connecting wires diri ha, connect diri. Let us say you connect this to a light bulb, bombilya. Okay? So, if you have the connectors attached to the bulb and then it is going to connected here. Ang mahitabo, if this is not yet worn out, what will happen? The light bulb will function. Correct? Musiga. Ay, okay pa di ay nga battery kay musiga pa man siya. Or, gamiton ninyo sa inyong radios, muandar ang inyong radio. Okay? So, once it is being connected, let's say akong kamot, mo ni siya ang light bulb diri, connected there, then, it is as if the resistor or the light bulb or any energy consuming device for that matter. Okay, if it is now connected and then it functions, then it's as if it is telling this dry cell, okay, you work now. Give me the energy that I am going to use, that I am going to consume. Do you understand that? Am I making sense here? So, it will only produce energy if it is connected to a consumer. If not connected, it will not react. It will not work inside. It will not produce energy. It will only work if it is connected to a resistor or a consumer or any device which will need its energy. Okay ra? Klaro ba? Okay. So without this being attached to a consumer, it does not produce any energy because there is no driving device. The resistor there connected is the driving force that will give the command. Kadali lang ha, kadali ha. I will answer my call. Okay. So any questions so far? Okay.
None.
So you continue to read our study material. Continue to study also the PowerPoint. I'm going to send it to you immediately once we're done here. Okay. Okay. I will get your attendance first, guys, before I will dismiss you. One last. Then I will be transferring this to my record. Okay. Any question up to this point, guys? Kaya ra? Okay.
Kakayanin. Kakayanin, ma'am.
Kakayanin. Okay. Let me check Miss Sophia. Miss Sophia Albarazin. Hello, ma'am. There's a problem. There is a problem. O, sige ka na inyong mga gadgets, ha? Ipaayo na. Kuan. Kenneth John Mahusay.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Present. Hello, Kenneth John. Yeah. Can you read some 2 items that you have listed there? Anything that is not mentioned. Any items you have listed there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
There was atoms are composed of two regions, which are the inner regions, which is composed of protons and neutrons, and there was the outer regions, which is composed of electrons.
Okay. Thank you. Nasa yun na kaayo, no? Yes. Thank you. Si Miss Rosemary Mahinay.
Present, ma'am.
Okay, hello, Miss Rosemary. Any 2 items not mentioned that you have listed there, included in your list?
One, ma'am, ang actinide series o ang lanthanide series.
Okay. Hinumdum ka unsa na sila?
Manang sa electro configurations.
Sige, sige ha. That's part of the periodic table. Okay, guys. So, thank you for that, Miss Rosemary. Secure for yourself your periodic table. Okay. Miss Rosemary, something is wrong with your buzz. Ato, ipaayo inyong mga gadgets ha, bisig na yung mga naka-connect dihag mga grounded unsa na. Yeah, you better inspect, ask somebody to help you. Okay. So, time for questions if you have. It's already 3:35. Okay. And give the floor to whoever would like it to ask any question. Di ba ta manayaw diri, ma'am? Sige, musayaw mo, ini ka home off na to, ha? Para ma-activate ang inyong mga bodies. Kay daghan kayo mo basahonon, daghan kayo mo tun-anan. Okay, so wala pa ko gihatag nga kuan ha, activity. For now, magkuan sa mo ha, mag-reading, continue with your intensive reading, guys, okay? Sige, sige. So, if you don't have any more questions, then let's call it a day. Thank you so much for coming, guys. Thank you so much that you're so engaged with our class. And thank you so much for the seriousness despite nga kanang kuan kayo. Our schedule is on the very unholy hour. Okay. Sige. Later na mo pag prayer to the divine mercy. Okay. So that's all for today, guys. You can ask me whatever, if ever you have questions, you message me, whatever concerns. Thank you so much for coming. Bye-bye, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye,
Good
ma'am.